Hey everybody, I wanted to make a special video this morning. So from doing all these videos on YouTube, talking about all my Beatle finds and just vinyl in general, I've made a really good friend. He lives on the East Coast, I live on the West Coast, which is just shows the power of YouTube and the internet. We become really good friends talking about different pressings and stuff. And one day he said, hey, I'd like to send you some CDRs of needle drops of some of these pressings that you've talked about in your videos, but you haven't got to listen to. So he sent me a couple of things. Then from there, I started getting more packages until he sent me so many just amazing needle drops of albums that I've always wanted to hear. It's a stack of CDRs this big, folks. And his name is Bertram. I call him Bert. And I just want to make this video basically saying to him, thank you so much, because these are all amazing. And I've been listening to them in my car, on my way to work, on my way home. On the weekends, my girlfriend and I listen to these, and we're just like blown away. Just how good they sound, and just how much fun it is to listen to these. So I want to say thank you, Bert. I really appreciate it. I sent him two, by the way, folks. I sent him two, and he sent me, I don't even know how many are in here. And there's also, I think I have two more that I let my dad borrow that I don't have with these right now. So anyway, I wanted to show you, what he sent me, and maybe talk a little bit about each one and my reactions to them. First and foremost, he sent me, these are not in any order that he sent me. These are all just in some random order. We'll go with Beatles first. It's mostly Beatles because that's all that matters, right, folks? No, of course not. There's other good bands, I know, but the Beatles are pretty much #1 in my book. He sent me this. If you can get the glare away from it here. This is Abbey Road, and this is the Pro Use series. And let's see, it says here, transfer from EMI, Toshiba, Apple, Japan, half-speed master. So it's the Abbey Road Pro Use series. I actually was bidding on one of these on eBay, and I hardly ever do eBay just because I feel like it's cheating. But I was bidding on one of these on eBay, and I think it eventually sold for like $200. I wasn't going to spend anything more than like $75. So I lost it, but I really always wanted to hear this, and this sounds so good. It's excellent. As far as I've read online too, a lot of people say this is the best pressing that you can get of Abbey Road. So I hope to one day actually have the vinyl, but until then, it's awesome that I have this CDR made for me by Bert. So that's Abbey Road Pro Use series. Then there's two more Abbey Roads. This one, he's got a little note on here, but I'll take it off right now, but I'll tell you. This is from Brazil, and it was issued as a mono fold down. So it's the stereo, but they folded it down to mono. I guess because in Brazil, mono is still just the normal way to do things. So it says mono transfer from EMI Apple Brazil, Dr. Ebbets. So I listened to this. I just listened to like the first 2 tracks of this. I got to listen to more of this, but it's interesting to hear it as a mono record. The bass comes through like crazy heavy on this. So that is Abbey Road Mono from Brazil. Then he sent me this. This is it says a U.S. Open Reel. This is from a reel-to-reel transfer of Abbey Road, and I listened to this one yesterday. Sounds very good. Really cool to hear what the reel-to-reel would have sounded like. And I can't imagine ever owning any reel-to-reels. Granted, I now have 8 tracks, and I didn't think I'd ever own 8 tracks, so you never know. And the back there shows the reel. So yeah, this says transfer from US Ampex Open Reel tape, number L383. So that's Abbey Road, the reel-to-reel. There's so many amazing things in here, so I'm just going to go through kind of quickly here. This is something that I mentioned on one of my videos that he was aware of that I wanted to hear. It's the loud version of, let me take this note off here that he sent. It's the loud version of, let's see, the loud mono mix of Rubber Soul. which is very cool. And this is a pressing from Australia. He says, "Here's a loud mono mix. You had mentioned in one of your videos that you did. It's made in Australia. This was the only mono mix available into the '09 remasters. It was never replaced with the common corrected mono mix during the LP era." So that is very cool, and this is really awesome. It's got a great sound to it. So yeah, and it is very loud. So very cool. Mono mix of Rubber Soul. And he sent me another Rubber Soul. I actually do own this one on vinyl. This is the Japanese pressing of the Toshiba Japan stereo Rubber Soul, and I have this one, but it's nice to have it on CD as well. Another thing I got to mention is these are all he sent them to some person, and they declick all of the transfers, so they sound just like amazing. The quality is just so good. So anyway, that's Rubber Soul, the Japanese stereo, and I've listened to that probably like 3 or 4 times now already. Then he sent me this. This is another thing I also own, but it's nice to have it on CD. This is the Twist and Shout LP. This is a Canadian release, which sounds fantastic. And this is the mono, and I have the mono, but it's nice to have it on CD. So again, Twist and Shout from the Beatles. This is really cool. This is another Japanese pressing. This is a stereo Yellow Submarine. And he says, with this note, it says, "This is without a doubt the best transfer known to me. Very smooth and wide stereo separation. The orchestral score here is a totally different animal. Most impressive indeed." And he is totally right. This is awesome to listen to. Actually, the CD is not even in here because it's currently in my car. So also, Hey Bulldog on this is like, whew, very cool. So that's Yellow Submarine. This is very cool as well. This is something I didn't even know existed. This is, there's a little note on here, but I'm just going to pull it up so you can see. This is Please Please Me, and it's in stereo, but the bass and the vocals have been centered, except for Let Me Do in P.S. I Love You, because that's simulated stereo, as we all know. And this is very cool to listen to. This is really fun. Brings new life to the album, really like brings you into the modern spectrum, and not that like crazy where the vocals are all over here, instruments are all over here. Makes it rock more, that's for sure. So Please Please Me with centered bass and centered vocals. Very cool. And then here's another one I own on, I own the record, but it's nice to have a transfer of this. This is the Help in Stereo album, and this is from Germany. And let's see what it says on the tag here. Transfer from German Apple EMI Electrola LP. Yeah, that's right. And it sounds great. So, another very cool one to have. And let me click something off here on the computer. Then this is a really kind of an oddity and a weird one. He saw that I was posting about 8 tracks, and he sent me this Band on the Run. It's the quad version from an 8-track. And it has a different mix, which is very cool. Yeah, it says, let's see, 4-2 stereo mix, sourced from US Apple Quad 8-track cartridge. So very, very cool. And I haven't listened to the whole thing of this. I just listened to a couple tracks, so got to dive into that. Okay, then he sent me some non-Beatles stuff. And I have to say, some of this stuff I got the most thrill out of, especially this. Let me take the stickers off here. He sent me this Led Zeppelin 2 album, and this is the, let's see, what does he say on this? This is the Bob Ludwig mastered Led Zeppelin 2 album, and the bass on this is ridiculous. It's amazing. This sounds so great. This is better than anything I've ever heard as far as Led Zeppelin 2 goes. Maybe get that out of the glare. It's so awesome. And the story that my other friend Casey told me about this is that Bob Ludwig did this cut of the album, and then whoever was the head of Atlantic Records, their daughter got a copy of that, played it on a record player, and it was like making it skip and it sounded a little crazy. So he ordered a new cutting, a new mastering of this album. So this one became super, super rare. It's called the hot cut, the Bob Ludwig hot cut of it. So anyway, this is awesome to have, and it sounds really, really amazing. I hope to get this on true record someday. Okay, then another Led Zeppelin, and he says, here's another Led Zeppelin Sonic Bomb. Let's see. This is from the Reel to Reel. It says, transfer from US Atlantic Open Reel Tape. And this is Led Zeppelin 4. Right? No. Led Zeppelin. Yes, Led Zeppelin 4. Also sounds amazing. This is my girlfriend and I were listening to this this past weekend in the car. We were driving around doing errands, and we were both just singing along at the top of our lungs and commenting on how great it sounded. So Reel to Reel, Led Zeppelin. And then, I don't know how he knew this. Maybe I talked about it in one of my videos, but I'm a huge Mike Nesmith fan from the Monkees. He sent me this bootleg of Mike Nesmith like demos and stuff. I listened to like the first 10 tracks. Very cool. Stuff I've never, ever heard. So that was awesome. Just keeps going, folks. Okay, I will admit that these next two I haven't even listened to yet, but I will have to do that. This is an 8-track version of Deep Purple's Made in Japan album. And like I said, I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm sure it's going to be really cool. And then again, this is Deep Purple Made in Japan. This is a 1998 stereo remaster. It says it's from a Russian pirate CD. And again, made in Japan, Deep Purple. I haven't heard this, so I'm looking forward to that. Last but not least, and this sounds so good. I listened to this yesterday. This is Rolling Stones 12x5 US release from the Mobile Fidelity box set. And it sounds awesome. I love it. Really cool. And that's it for the ones I have with me. I know there's another one that my dad's currently borrowing. It's the Revolver German stereo pressing that sounds phenomenal. He's currently borrowing that, and which is totally fine with me because I have a whole lot to listen to. So anyway, that's the amazing gift I got from a fellow VC person, Bert. Thank you so much again. I have been enjoying these, and I'm going to continue to enjoy them. And that's it. So thank you very much. Talk to you next time. Okay.